Hey friends, just wanted to do a quick little update here since I kind of disappeared on you the last 2 weeks, and I've had some subscribers that have sent me messages and asking if everything's okay. The good part is everything's okay. To give you an idea of what's been going on, one, I ended up skipping 2 videos I had made that I'm going to have to reshoot because the sound was just so horrible. I was in a campground when I did these videos, and there was a camper with an air conditioner going about 30 feet away from me, 40 feet away from me over in the next spot, and for some reason this microphone just did an outstanding job of picking up that noise and just ruined the videos I'd shot. So rather than put you through that, I'm going to redo those because they do have some good information for you. I just came back from about a 4-week trip a few weeks ago, and I pretty much decided I was going to spend July at home base instead of traveling. I have some maintenance things I needed to handle on both vans. That's in the process of being done. I have some other things business-wise that I just need to take care of and clean some things out and get rid of and try to simplify my life a little bit more so I can get back out on the road and hopefully spend the fall and winter out on the road. That's the goal anyway. As far as what's going on with the 2 vans, the big van, the big white van that you see me in, decided it was only going to run on 7 cylinders. Apparently this is a pretty common problem with Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler products that goes back to the computer, and I'm going to do a whole video on this because once you figure it out, it's not that expensive to fix, and it is literally a 4-minute repair. But it's one of those things that if you take into the garages, you'll end up with $1,000 bill by the time they track down and start replacing the parts that isn't causing the problem. As for the little gold minivan, it may unfortunately be toast. I'd had a part that I was going to change out on this, a little wiring harness. I'm going to do a video on this too because I've been chasing a ghost on this thing since last fall. And a couple of times I thought I'd hit into it. I thought for sure that this was going to be the solution for it. And I kept putting it off. Finally got around to doing it, caught the weather right, caught the place to do it, spent a few hours, changed the harness out, reached up, went to start it, absolutely no change. I have not had a problem like this with any vehicle that I have had in 3 decades now. And I used to drive a lot, work. It's a shame because everything on this van works. The transmission is perfect. The engine doesn't use any oil. It runs perfectly. Everything else on this van is just fine. Except for the fact that it's going to randomly die. And it's not a fuel pump, but it's something electrical. Again, this was a common problem on not only those vans, but a lot of General Motors Chevrolet products for several years, and it's a shame to think that something may possibly hit the junkyard because of that. I still plan on keeping 2 vans to travel with, and I'm just going to replace that van. I'm going to find another cheap van, and I can't complain. Actually, I should, in all honesty, consider myself very, very lucky that this thing decided to have this problem and start breaking down when I was pretty much at home base, because that van, I bought it and jumped in it, went down the Gulf of Texas, Gulf Coast, all the way down to Mexico, came back, got in it, went all the way to California, Mexico again, came back all the way across the country to Virginia, Tennessee area, jumped in it again, took off to Detroit, went into Canada. I had no issues whatsoever, you know, with all the mileage and 3 major trips, in addition to a lot of smaller trips that I went on with this thing over the last few years. So it is what it is. You deal with it and you go on, and that's what I'll do with that. I'll deal with it and go on. I think at this point the problem I have is I can keep trying to replace stuff, but I think I'm better off just buying another van and selling this one for parts, or keeping it for parts for the other van if I buy by one pretty much identical to that same gold minivan. I hope everyone had a good July 4th and didn't overindulge too much. Yeah. Moderation is the key in everything, so they say. Videos I am working on, I had a great suggestion from one of the viewers and followers of how do I handle clothes when I'm on these long trips and what I take, and that's a very good idea I hadn't thought of before, so I appreciate that. When I do that video, I'm going to give proper credit to the person that turned me onto that idea, because when you're traveling across the country or long distances anyway, you're going to go through several different climate changes, and you know, if you're trying to pack every bit of clothing that one or two people are going to need into a small vehicle, it's going to be a problem. So I'm going to show you exactly how we handle it on these trips. In addition to that, one of the videos that kind of got trashed and I'm in the process of redoing now is basically expect the unexpected. It's some things that have happened to us and things that happened to other people that I met along the way on the road. Because planning is great, but you are going to have to deal with the unexpected when you're out on the road sometimes. I have a blooper kind of reel video that I think you guys will get a kick out of. A lot of how we do van stuff things. I have 2 more of the shower videos coming up on exactly how we made the devices that we use in each type of van, so there's something that will work in whatever vehicle that you're using if it doesn't have a built-in shower. So a lot of good things coming up. I just wanted to do this quick update, let you know I was still alive and kicking. Then we will have videos out later this week. So I really appreciate your concern. I swear I think I have the best group of subscribers of anybody on YouTube. But all is good. We'll have new videos for you coming up in a few days. We'll see you soon.